We're approaching the marking of 1 year since the U.S.-led raid that killed Usama bin Laden, and a federal judge has just blocked a conservative group's request for the release of more photos of video from that operation. Of course, the feds did release some images from inside the terror leader's compound, including this picture of Usama bin Laden watching the television box there. Judicial Watch filed a lawsuit, but the Justice Department argued that the images of Usama's dead body are classified. A federal judge agreed, and Catherine Herridge is covering the story from Washington. Do this conservative bunch expect to appeal this thing, or what's the plan? Do we know?
Well, that's right. The president of Judicial Watch, Shep, telling Fox News that they have already appealed the decision. In this 29-page ruling, the federal judge wrote, quote, "A picture may be worth 1,000 words, and perhaps moving pictures bear an even higher value. Yet in this case, verbal descriptions of the death and burial of Osama bin Laden will have to suffice, for this court will not order the release of anything more." CIA and Defense Department officials, including the admiral who oversaw the raid, told the court that releasing more images could incite violence against U.S. forces. Judicial Watch maintained that they never sought to identify the SEALs or compromise their methods, claiming there is no provision under the law to keep the documents secret.
We think the court's wrong, and we obviously think the Obama administration's wrong. You know, frankly, if the Obama administration was so concerned about bin Laden's killing offending the terrorists, why are they making it a centerpiece of their campaign?
So the bottom line here with the appeal is that we could be looking at this dragging on through the second anniversary, Shep.
And for the first time, we're seeing a memo that got the ball rolling on that operation, right?
Well, that's right. Just today, we obtained this handwritten memo by then CIA Director Leon Panetta after he got the go-ahead for the raid from the White House. This is the piece of paper, and the writing has been described as a chicken scratch, rather. The letter that started the raid that killed bin Laden, it's dated April 26th of 2011, and it says there was a phone call from the White House saying the president had made the decision on AC-1. That was the acronym for the Abbottabad compound. The direction was to go in there to get bin Laden, and if he was not there, to get out. This memo first was carried by Time magazine, and they reported that then Defense Secretary Gates and the vice president had reservations about the operation, Shepard.
Catherine Herridge live for us. Catherine, thanks. With us now,
You're
the
welcome.
former CIA covert operations officer Mike Baker, I mean. He is the president of global intelligence security firm Diligence LLC. So
you know, the good news is I'll answer to anything.
What is it?
I'll answer to anything. It doesn't matter.
Well, I know the feeling, especially today. So, I don't know. Al-Qaeda doesn't do much anymore. They haven't done anything or made any attempts on the United States in a long, long, long time, right?
Well, they're still valid. We have weakened them significantly. It's a little confusing when the Justice Department argues that the death photos are classified. I mean, essentially, it's a dead guy. You know, he's got some holes in him. Will it incite others to violence? It will inflame them to some degree. But I think there's another argument here that you can say there's no need to release them because it's already confirmed that he is dead. Everyone has acknowledged that, including Al-Qaeda. Releasing a death photo, you can imagine in today's society, what are we going to get? We'll end up with his picture on T-shirts. We'll end up with cartoons on YouTube. It's just not necessary. It seems like it's being done for prurient interests, frankly.
Well, it's political interests often when if a right-wing group or left, you know, I mean, there's a Democratic president, it's a conservative group. I mean,
right. Well, I mean, if it was political, you could argue, well, again, the Obama administration trying to make some hay out of this, or beating the drum leading up to the election, saying, look, this is one of the key things that we've done. So maybe they would be arguing in favor, but they're not. They're saying we don't want these things released. I think it's right not to release them. I'd be hard pressed to argue they're classified.
Yeah.
But there you go.
Bin Laden's wives and all the kids just went on a merry trip. They just went on a trip to Saudi Arabia where they will live as a family. The Saudis thought they should live. These Saudis, they're all tight with the royal family over there. A lot of people on board the planes were Saudis. I mean, it's Saudi, 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 and yet we're all buddy-buddy with them. What?
Right. Well, there's a long history of the bin Laden family in Saudi Arabia. And we have to remember that bin Laden's father, that's where he made his fortune. He was in construction and a variety of other companies. I mean, early days of the kingdom. Bin Laden's father was instrumental in helping build the infrastructure of that country. So there is a long history there. And there's a great portion of that bin Laden family that, had nothing to do, wanted nothing to do with Osama bin Laden. So the idea that they end up
his wives.
Well, obviously his wives were a different story.
That's who's going over there to be all protected now.
But you can also
ask the Bahrainians how they feel about what the Saudis are doing.
But this is not necessarily a bad thing from our perspective to have him there or have this family there under the control of the Saudi family, because we still do. It's a dysfunctional relationship at times, but we have a good relationship with the Saudis.
Well, I'm glad we have a good and dysfunctional relationship with the Saudis and the Pakistanis.
It's the definition of marriage.
It's just going great, isn't it?
Yeah, it is going. Don't even. Let's not get started about the Pakistanis.
Everything's wonderful. Mike Baker, it's great to see you.
Good to see you too.
Thank you. The family of